Good morning, students. Today we are going to deal with the remaining part of the short story of Vaikom Muhammad Bashir, ORU MANUSHYAN. So yesterday we have seen, or we have been introduced to one of the main plaque or the major theme of this lesson, ORU MANUSHYAN yesterday. So yesterday the conversation and interaction between these two people, the author and the owner of the restaurant, is in how insignificant, unusual, unexpected event that took place in the life of the author here. And we can say that it is one of the most embarrassing experience of the author here in this city where he is residing at present here. So we need to study the character and the behavior of the owner of the restaurant and the attitude of the people towards that insignificant, inhuman incident that happens in the restaurant. Dear students, you can imagine it is a place of huge crowd of people where everybody drew their attention towards this incident, and all of them, the people in the restaurant, wanted to take its entertainment from this incident here. There is no person in that crowd has a kind soft corner towards this inhuman incident, and nobody to help this person, the author in that restaurant there. But instead they are all curious, they are all happy, they are all waiting. So what is going to happen next or further? So that is the curiosity that we see. No person has a kind-heartedness towards this inhuman incident here. When the owner of the restaurant asks him to remove his clothes one by one, coat, shirt, shoes, like that, then at last there was only one cloth left, that is trouser. Even the owner is asking him to remove the trouser also. But the author says that there is nothing underneath the trouser. He won't believe that. And people, some 50 people, they repeated the same dialogue of the owner of the restaurant, that there is something underneath the trouser. Imagine, my dear students, such an incident, and even the people are encouraging to, supporting to the owner of the restaurant here. Dear students, go back to the lesson, page number 33 here. When he said, I have nothing on underneath, everyone laughed. The restaurant keeper said, I doubt it. You must have something on underneath. About 50 people over there repeated the same thing, that there must be something on underneath. Imagine the kind of people or the character of these people, behavior of these people in such a situation. My hands refuse to move. See, what else he can do? No. He has no other option, chance to get rid of this particular incident. Okay, he cannot escape from this incident or escape from the owner or the restaurant there. So he has to listen and he has to do whatever he says here. And see, my dear students, you can understand the position of the author here in between the huge crowd of people in the restaurant. That's a public place, and he's about to naked here, almost naked here in between those people. My hands refused to move. I saw in my imagination a man standing in the crowd, stark naked and without his eyes. Is stark naked and without his eyes. Life was going to end like that. Let it end. Life was going to end like this. What to do? Let it end like this. Because he can't stop it. He can't convince the owner of the restaurant. Because he never tried to understand the feelings and the emotions of the author here. And he didn't believe him at all. And moreover, he know that he is a man from outside that particular locality. He completely belongs to a distant or a far out place. He also knows, because the very physical features of those people are different from the author here. He is almost 1,500 miles away from his native place, imagine. And it is a nation surrounded by mountain valleys. And the people over there, professionally soldiers. And at present, many of them are working as watchmen in the mills, colleges, institutions, banks, as such. So you can imagine what kind of people they are and the physical features of their, physical bodies as such. So there is no other go for the author here, because he has no power, strength to revolt against this man, no support at all. So see how really we feel really very much emotional, sentimental to these words of the author here. And he talks to the God from inside here, going to end like that. Let it end. And for all this, I never mind, O Creator of the world, my God, I had nothing to say. Everything would end. Everything would end to the satisfaction of all. Yes, everything at end means, okay, this is the last thing. So I am going to lose all my value. So I don't be in any kind of pure hereafter. So everything will go. And I am going to lose this. And my life is going to end here today. And for what? To the satisfaction of all. The people who are gathering over there, they expect the same thing to be happen there. They never want to stop the author, the owner of the restaurant. They never think of what happens to the author and his behavior or character and conduct. So the author feels very bad and sad, and he has nothing to do here except to do whatever the owner of the restaurant here wants him to do, orders him to do. So he says that everything ends up. My life ends up here. My character, conduct, everything I am going to lose hereafter. So let it be. He praised God. His sentiment, emotional feelings, words came out of his heart in this manner. But the people of that locality never knew any mercy, kind-heartedness, humanity, nothing at all. So now, look at the things here. So do you think that is it possible things like this happen in this world? And then what is the difference between human being and the other animals here? Animals never ever do such things which we are reading here. They never hurt like this. They may quarrel. They may quarrel each other. They may fight each other. But thing like this is more horrible than war. Isn't it? So now we'll see what happens here. I began to undo one by one the buttons of my trousers. Then I heard a voice. Okay, see here. Where there is a will, there is a hope. People say. If you have, see, manasiddhare marga, or what you say, the justice is going to win at the end. Finally, the justice gets its hold on this particular event here. He was about to undo the buttons of his trouser. His hands moved towards the buttons of the trouser, and he hears a voice from a distant place there. The voice goes like this: "Stop! I shall pay the money." Yes. Look at the situation here. Suddenly, this inhuman incident was stopped. This insignificant incident was stopped. The embarrassing situation finds a complete full stop by the entry of an unknown person, an unknown voice from distant place telling him not to undo the buttons of your trouser. Stop, I will pay your bill. I shall pay the money. Everyone turned in the direction of the voice. Yes, imagine. Think of this situation, dear students. A person, completely a stranger, unknown to the author, and he understands the value of the character, the conduct, and the emotions of the author, who is going to become complete naked in front of a huge crowd of people over there. And he knows the value of this event here. And he knows the feelings and emotions of this man after the incident. So he stops it. He knows that it is a highly inhuman way of treating the other human being here. So he stops. So we are the more developed, intelligent animals, we call it, according to the science. The rational animal we call, who? Us. But here, if you look at the things happening like this, he is nowhere comparable to any animal, even wild animal in the forest. Isn't it? We are lesser, we are weaker, we are meager, we are nowhere to compare those animals, if you do or observe things like this. Not one, not two. Country like India, it is a multi-religious country where major religions of the world have taken birth on our motherland, that is India. But we have all sorts of inhuman, unscientific, untraditional, uncultural practices in our life even today. We speak many things. We speak really hundreds, thousands of sentences. Becomes emotional on the stages, and we get lots of claps from the audiences. But whereas our practices, the original feelings that we have in our soul, heart, they are different. And speaking on the stage, it has difference. So we have so many faces with us. Okay? The face of outward is different. The face which is inner is different. So that is the thing we find with human beings. See the incident here, and see the person who comes to rescue or help this person to come out of this embarrassing situation, inhuman situation here. So let us see who is this person, who is that person, and what is going to happen in future. Everyone turned in the direction of the voice. So all the people crowded there, they just turned towards the voice. They should have fair complexion. They should have fair complexioned man, 6 foot tall, with a red turban and white trouser, a spotted handlebar mustache, and had blue eyes. So this is the man here who comes to help the author, who is in a very disgusting, frustrated situation in front of the huge crowd of people in the restaurant. And imagine, he used to come to the same restaurant to have his meals every day. So the owner of the restaurant should have excused him, allowed him to pay it next day, or to allow him to go out and bring money here. Because he knows some people from whom he can borrow some money, as such, because he is teaching them. He is working there, and he wanted to go to those people and request and bring money and give it to the owner of the restaurant here. But he never allows him to go out. Then see how these physical features of this stranger here who comes in all the way to help this man. Okay, he was a very, very fair complexioned man, 6 foot tall, with a red turban and white trousers, and he had a very strong handlebar, mustaches, and his eyes were blue in color. Blue eyes were quite common at that place. He came forward and asked the restaurant keeper, "How much did you say it was?" He asked the owner here, "Gentlemen, my dear friend, how much he has to pay to you? Just tell me, what is the amount?" The owner says, 11 annas. He paid the amount to the owner here. He turned to me and said, "Put on your clothes." The stranger says. He paid the 11 annas, the bill, to the owner of the restaurant, and he asked this man, the author, to wear the clothes. I put them on. Come, he called me. The stranger called the author. Come, like that. Then I went with him. Did I have words to express my gratitude? I told him, you have done a great deed. I have not seen a finer man, the author says. He laughed. The stranger laughed. So he expresses a very polite attitude towards this stranger who has helped him a lot to come out of such an inhuman, such an insignificant, embarrassing situation here. So you should be grateful, thankful throughout your life, even if the gratitude is lesser for his deed on that day here. Then and he says, I have not seen such a fine man like you till this day. And he says so. The stranger laughed at it. What's your name? He asked. I told him my name and where I came from. The stranger asked his name, and he answered and told his name. And also he said that from where he had come from. Such. I asked the man his name. He said, I have no name. The author asked the stranger, what was his name? But he said, no, I have no name. I said, in that case, mercy must be your name. The author concludes that, okay, in that case, so I can call you, I can say that mercy must be your name. The kindness, the kind-heartedness, the mercy, the quality of mercy must be your name. He says. Then he did not laugh at that. The stranger never expressed any feeling to this, reaction to this. He walked until we reached a deserted bridge. So there was a deserted bridge. So to where they went, they walked. Then he looked all around. There was no one. Who is the stranger? They walked and reached the place where the deserted bridge came there. And then, so from there, he looked around as if anybody, is there or not, to know that. So then, if anyone asks you whether you have seen me, you must say no. Yes, the stranger promises or tells to the author there, see, man, if anybody asks you that you have seen anybody over here, you must say, no, I have not seen anybody here. Then I understood. So, the author, being an experienced man, a knowledgeable man, a good human being, with full of common sense, he identified what was the reason for this. He took out from his various pockets the stranger. So he had many pockets there, and he took out from his various pockets about 5 wallets. 5 among them was also mine. Yes, see, he takes out the wallets in his pockets. There were 5 wallets in his pockets, and among the 5 wallets, even the wallet of the author was also among them. Then, see the stranger here. Which of these is yours? The stranger asked. I pointed to my wallet. He just pointed and showed, yes, this is mine. Open it. He takes it and opens it. I opened it my money was there intact. I put it in my pocket. He told me, the stranger told me, go, may God help you. And the author repeated, may God help you. May God help you. So this is a story of ORU, MANUSHYAN, that is a man. And dear students, imagine, think of the story of ORU MANUSHYAN here. And the quality of writing of Waikom Muhammad Bashir here. Yes. Because see, such things happen in the life of man. Man, think about these human beings, being human, mercy, kindness, humanity, yes, character and conduct, just think of these words which I have written here. Feelings, are you emotions, love, friendship. So what kind of attitude do we have towards these things in life? Are they important for man's existence? Yes. Do you think they are required for man rather than going back towards the developments in the field of science and technology, or all other words, towards achieving titles, awards, money, becoming richer, having more money than our work as property, hardworking nature as such. Is there anything more valuable than money? Yes. At the outside, money is more important in man's life. Is everything you will gain if you have money with you. Yes. Is money plays a major role or important role in man's life? If you have money, did you get all these things? Because today people speak, if you have money, everything comes to your foot. Yes. ಹಣ ಒಂದಿದ್ರೆ ಹೆಣನು ಬಾಯಿ ತೆಗೆಯುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ. Even if you say money in front of a dead body, and it will come out of the grave. So that is the saying we have in Kannada also. Yes. And people today believe, practice that money is everything. Money is everything. Rather, all other things are just, not having value than money. I said, they are all waste. And if you have money, everything, see the qualities over here, what we have mentioned. So, today's man gives value to this. Dear students, to quote few of my recent experiences, one of my close, intimate friend had lost his father recently, who is a secretary of a very famous a private college, and he did recently. See, he left so much of property behind him, and he had the man who died and whom I said is the secretary of a very famous private institution, had only a son and a daughter, and both of them are working in foreign country. So they went to that foreign country in the year maybe 2007 or 8, 2006 or 7. Until then, they never returned to India. And recently, and he is a close friend and was a classmate for me. And from 6th standard till today, we are in contact with each other. Even yesterday night, he called me. We both of us spoke more than one and a half an hour about the things, and chatted and shared our information. Every week, of course, Sunday or Saturday, so he is going to call, or otherwise myself. And the property that his father left has nobody to control it, or nobody to share, or like that. But people here, they ask my friend to donate the property to some people. Some people are asking him, requesting him, see, give us the property. What do you do with the property and the money, land of your father here? Anyhow, you have settled in foreign country. I don't think you will coming back to India. No, see. And those people are rich and who have money, settled in their life. They are requesting him, see, think of his position now, having lost his father. He is in a very sad, sorrowful situation in his life when he lost his loving father, and he is in such a depressed situation here, and people are behind him asking for his father's money and property here. Imagine. So, where is the humanity? Where is the mercy here? Recently, still it is happening. Still it is happening. They are calling him, they are asking him. And some people say, we will confiscate your father's property. Because he has no support here. Because he has no people who can fight for him. And even he never want the money, property of his father. He says, let it go, let it go. Because he is such a man. A very good man. The manliness or humane qualities that he has, yes, extraordinary. And think that he is one of the famous child psychiatrists in America. So this is what is happening. Okay. Of course, his father has left crores of property, a huge property of crores of money as such. But even then he never feel that he is never selfish and behind his father's property or money as such. So this is the incident where we have, and it even the same situation I really, very good. I have to thank God to make me remember this, even because it is going on still. The discussion between my friend and myself are going on that property, what to do. And there are so many rich people who are behind him, requesting, begging him to leave the property of his father to them as such. And he was, what sort of reactions that he may give here, or even me, myself. One thing we can laugh at, and other thing we feel very sad to this way of life, a kind of life that we are leading today, a kind of understanding that we have. What sort of value is there for the relationships today? And where is humanity? Where is mercy? Where is kindness? Where is helpingness? Yes. So that is why, my dear students, the message is very great here. The message is very clear that one has to be a human being, a very good human being for that matter. ORU MANUSHYAN, he says, a man, not a beast. We are not cannibals, isn't it? So we should be a very good human being, not in speaking, not in showing off. It should be inside. It should be a practice. It should be an attitude or a character or a speech that you exhibit. You follow it. It should not be a show off where you can boast of yourself. No. So, my dear students, once you read the whole lesson carefully, and really it gives you a lot of pleasure, to you if you read. Even if you can read the other works of Waiko Muhammad Bashir, where almost major works of Bashir have been translated into English language, and you will find it in any bookstores or even Wikipedia or Google as such. If you search for, really they are the fantastic ones in the literature. And Waiko Muhammad Bashir was famous for such kind of morals, humane feelings, which have been included in his stories, and they make us really with an interest, a zeal to read and read. And we never feel like, once if you start reading of works of Waiko Muhammad Bashir, you never feel like stopping in between. So it will drag you till the completion of the story. So that is the quality of Waiko Muhammad Bashir's works or short stories or novels here. So, my dear students, read it, understand, and focus on the central plot of the story, that is an insignificant incident or an embarrassing experience where the author had experienced in this chapter. Focus on to it and follow the text while answering answering any question that is set on okay, this particular unit or a lesson or a short story of Waiko Muhammad Bashir. Okay, here we have end of the story, short story called ORU MANUSHYAN here. So, thank you. One and all, have a great day.